All right, now let's jump over to CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane. He's live in Washington covering the National Guard deployment there. Scott, it's been about a full day now. The National Guard on the ground in D.C., interacting, it seems, with local residents. How has day one unfolded so far, and what is their role specified to be?
You see the Humvees on the street, and that can be disorienting, if not disconcerting for people. These are neighborhood streets in which the U.S. military now has vehicles and uniformed guard members. So this is a different type of thing. It's a different type of dynamic in Washington, D.C., where the president can unilaterally call up the guard without local officials approving first. How has it looked on the ground? Well, other than seeing the National Guard and seeing these hundreds of federal agents working along with local police, there have been 23 arrests. They've launched another investigation into another homicide, which happened just hours after this emergency order took effect. And the visible presence is there. It's just hard to get a measure, Errol, on what the baseline is for success here. What is a victory? What is a win that would allow the president to call back these federal agents or turn off this emergency order?
You know, a friend of mine there in D.C. is a National Guard reservist, and I think one aspect people don't realize is some of them don't necessarily want to have to stand around their friends and neighbors. They know a lot of the people that they are interacting with. How, though, are D.C. residents reacting to seeing this and having this happen in their city?
There's a range of feedback, and this particular controversy is different. There's not a predictable one side and the other side like so many wedge issues in politics right now. We spoke to a number of people who've long lived in this community, like I have, people who've spent time in different neighborhoods, as so many people here have. They like extra law enforcement. Nobody's protesting that, but they're not keen on, in so many cases, on having outsiders, the federal government on the ground, too, that would include people who aren't from this community and don't live in this community. Take a listen to Ron Moten, who has been here his whole life, opened a business, a museum in the Anacostia neighborhood of Washington, D.C. in 2020.
They're tired of violence. I get it. But my only caution is one thing can lead to the next thing. You can take over our police department today, and we wake up and you take over our city.
They may not give it back.
They may not give it back.
Errol, the mayor, who has at times said this is unnecessary and this is an overreach, has also acknowledged it's not going to be unpopular to have more law enforcement protecting the streets. Every city in America has an issue with crime. This one's not immune. And Errol, the schools reopen here in a few weeks, and obviously parents are on alert to make sure the kids are safe.
And D.C. police have done well in bringing the crime rate down. I'm sure they would appreciate assistance in their strategy in how to do so. Scott MacFarlane, great to get that update from you. Thank you very much.